Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Happy Tuesday. Good afternoon to each and every one of you. The market is bleeding. It's brutal. There's blood in the streets. What are you going to do? I decided to hold tight. Had a couple that I could deploy into the market, thinking that, goodness gracious, for one, 50 to 55 cent XRP. Well, that's not a bad deal. But I decided to hold off, maybe looking to see if we actually get under 50 cents. I decided to hold off in going into the market. Did you guys get a chance to buy into the dip? I hope that you did. We're going to talk about the market and why it's bleeding. Is it perhaps what's going on over there in China? We'll see. We'll talk about that as well. And big news, massive news coming out from Flare Finance. For a lot of the people not so technical savvy will really enjoy that. So let's do this. Let's do this here and share and talk a little bit about that as well. What do I want here? We can get into that a little bit. What happened to my thing here? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Guys. I probably can do it this way. Do this. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, did you guys get to... Did you guys get into that market? Did you guys get to buy the dip? Also, just to let you know, I looked over Yearn Finance, trying to add some liquidity to Yearn. It's taken a little bit of some time. Ethereum, brutal, absolutely brutal. Tried to add some Yearn. Tried to add 1 inch to that exchange there. It's smooth, but again, the fees, the times, delays is very, very challenging. Just to get 9-10% APR, very, very challenging. So we'll get into that as well. But first, let's hang out on the bridge. Keyless is in the building. Direct and Terry Hip is in agreement. Let's give it a day or so, see what happens. What's going on, Jay Korn? It's good to see you, bro. John Stoops is in the building. Oh, the Celsian is here. What's going on, South Texas? Celsian, good to see you, bro. Brooklyn and the bridge. What in the? Let's go. Flare Networks. What do you know? What do you know about the Flare Networks? Are you thinking Compound? Are you thinking Yearn Finance? Are you thinking Curve? Are you participating? I hope you guys are prepared for that. Spark can be a beast. Spark can definitely be a beast. Shout out to Hugo, Philion, and the team at Flare Networks. XRP Precision Beats. How do you like them beats, bro? All right. What's going on? That is some good stuff right there. Love that tune. Yeah, so the market is bleeding, right? It is bleeding. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Again, I don't know, I had 2 or 3K sitting on the sidelines. I'm thinking, I don't know. What should I do? I was looking at that 52-cent XRP thinking, you know, that's not bad. You get close to 2 for $1. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. RSR was just below 2 cents. I would have liked to have seen it at 1 cent. I would have added to the position there. That's a potential 10 to 11x. I'm looking. My guy, High Altitude Investing, did some TA on XRP. It's very bullish. It's very bullish. So we'll get into that as well. A lot of news going on today. Shout out to Michael at Val5 Links. He always puts some great stuff out on Twitter, keeping us updated on what is going on over there. Yeah, so I left the dry powder. I left it on Curve. Yeah, the interest, whoa, on that Matic, boy, did it drop. It dropped big time. It dropped big time over there. So we'll talk about that as well. Looks like Adam Cosmos is trying to get into DeFi with this osmosis zone. That's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, so I hope you guys are seeing the bigger picture for Flare Networks and how we as a community, the Flare community, can one day lock up the value in the billions. In the billions. Do you see that yet? Do you see that potential yet? Do you see that potential? It's coming. It is definitely coming. That's what I see. That's what I see. I mean, Curve in about a year. I don't even know if it's been a year for Curve. Billions in total value locked. Flare Finance starting out with the giants too. Starting out with XRP and XLM and Litecoin. It's going to be interesting to see how it evolves. What is this Spark token going to do? What is that going to become? What is that going to transform into? I just liken it to Compound and Curve. I liken it to Aave, perhaps. It's going to be interesting to see. I get Flare Finances, you know, it's the DeFi platform on Flare Networks. What is Flare Networks going to evolve and become? Gala Games is building on it. All these projects, they're going to build on the Flare Networks around what token? Around what token? I believe that to be the Spark token. A lot of people built, you know, established wealth on Curve around the Curve token. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. You know, very, very interesting to see how that goes. I don't know what Flare Networks is going to turn into, but I'm excited. I really am excited to see where it's going. You know, smart contract capability can allow for so many different ecosystems, right? Flare Finance decided to do the DeFi thing. Gala Games is doing, you know, quite another thing. So it's going to be really interesting to see what this Spark token is going to look like a year from now or 2 years from now. It's going to be really, really interesting to see. So let's go over some news. The market, look, the market is bleeding. I don't even know what to say about the market right now. It's bleeding for sure. Let me take a look at it here. I don't want to 32,000. So that's not bad. It was 29,000 for Bitcoin. Ethereum is under 2,000. Wow. That is really interesting stuff there. I wonder if borrowing against the collateral deposited is the same thing as buying the dip. I wonder if I should get some more Ethereum. What do you guys think? XRP at 58 cents now. It's picking up. It was 52. So we'll see what happens. It's trying to recover in the last 24 hours. XRP is down 13%. The market has been interestingly cheap. Bitcoin Cash, $448. So we'll see. Polygon, whoa, $1.14. I have to watch out for things going on Aave. I have to watch out for things going on Aave there. See what we got going on there. Got to see what's going on. All right, 1.88 health factor. That's not bad. All right, so guys, let's get into some of the news going on. Go over to Twitter and share some stuff with you guys. I just think it's really, what's up with China, man? I don't know. Here's the thing that I do know. They understand that they are driving the market in terms of the narrative and any kind of news that they put out. What's going on, BJ Johnson? Good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you. All right, so what I want to share, Flare Finance news. Yeah, let's share the Flare Finance news. First of all, the STO-AU region coming out with some new stuff. I'm thinking, how I originally said for delegating my votes, I was going to go with Toho Labs. I think I'm going to split it up initially, the first, 30, 60, 90 days, split it up evenly amongst the FTSO signal providers. See what's going on here. So look, FTSO-AU_AU on Twitter, new signals widget featuring 24-hour high and low from our price submissions. So that's a pretty cool deal there. Look at that. Got the algo. Interesting. Like Stellar Lumen, Tether. Interesting stuff there. So, before I go any further, let me do this. Isn't that interesting? And then FTSO UK as well. But let me go over here and share this out. Let's let the world know that the Crypto Siege is live. Let them know on Twitter. If you guys could do that, that would be really, really cool. Let's see here. I'm going to do it on Twitter and Facebook. Keyless, tell me, how's your DeFi game coming along? Is your DeFi game getting better? Are you feeling more comfortable about what's going on? That's the key. You got to just get comfortable with it. By the time Flare and Networks and then Flare Finance launches, you'll be a pro. An absolute pro, right? Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's do that there. Let's see. That's working. YouTube Studio is something. I'm going to share this out on Twitter and Facebook. So what's going on with your DeFi game? You guys probably heard the big news about Flare Finance, but I'm going to share it with you guys anyway. Michael Cummings is in the building. What's up with you, my friends? Good to see you. Mark Splice is here. All the family is here today. So let's share this on Twitter. Let's do that. And then let's get this out on Facebook also. The market is bleeding. Look at that XRP. Boy, that prices didn't stay down there that low for very long at all. All right, share the page you manage. Speaking of pages that I manage, let me share this. Oh, come on. What the world? I don't know why it does that. Youch. It's not working. All right, let's get out of there. Leave. Let's close this. All right, let's go back to where we're sharing Twitter. All right, so FTSO.the UK, we have updated our glossary of key Flare network terms, so you can check that out there. So yeah, I'm probably going to divvy these up. They just the delegated votes to this one. But here's the big news: Intello Labs as well. Flare Finance want to participate in the DFLR snapshot. Store the Spark token with one of these providers and receive it automatically. Decent Wallets, Ledger, the Ledger app, Bifrost Wallet, MetaMask, guys, MetaMask, and Uphold, BitTrue Official, and whatever BK English is. Isn't that pretty freaking awesome? So most of us have, most of us got the Ledger and MetaMask. A lot of people got Uphold accounts. I have an Uphold account. Don't like it. But in either case, there that is there. So that is really, 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 really good news, guys. You just, when you get the Spark token, you'll just put it on one of these participating wallets and or exchanges, and it's going to do it for you. It's going to do it for you. Receive it for you automatically. Now, I'm trying to make sure, and I have to make sure I understand this correctly. Once you get the DFLR, I believe you have to put that turn that into YFLR. I believe that's how it's going to work, but I'll make sure that I don't have it the other way around. Gotta make sure, because we don't want to miss out on that potential Y, Flynn. So it looks like to me that's how they have it here too. You see how they have Spark, then they got DFLR, and then they have YFLR. So I think that is probably it. And then they got YFIN. So I'm thinking that the DFLR you have to turn into YFLR. Then you can participate on the Flare Finance in terms of what that YFLR to get some YFIN. So I believe that is the case. We shall soon see. What else did I want to share with you guys? Shout out to Flare Finance for making life easier for all of us. So the security audit for Bifrost Wallet, their first one, it looks like, got done, and they came across, we're pretty much for flying colors, so that's cool. Very, very cool. We invited the well-respected code audit and penetration testing firm Cure53 to conduct a security audit of our Bifrost Wallet app and back end. No vulnerabilities were found. You can read the full report here. Patty XRP went over that full report on the Mickey B. Fresh channel as well. So Marcus Alvila, the first independent security audit of Bifrost Wallet, just finished, quoting Cure53. Concluding from the results and impressions gathered during this audit, it can be said that the Bifrost architecture is on its optimal path to furnish a very secure crypto wallet. So again, first audit, still on the journey, but that's good news for the people from Bifrost. BondCrypt XRP has an interesting point. It says many hodlers will continue holding their Bitcoin. The truth is many will rotate into alt and sell. That's very, very true. That will happen. So here's something that I found to be very, very interesting with these exchanges. More altcoins are tossed overboard as banking deadlines loom. This is in Korea. Big cryptocurrency exchanges continue to cut the number of altcoins they offer as they seek banking relationships. So interesting stuff there. The exchanges are looking to get the relationship with these banks, and the banks are setting some pretty high standards. So BondCrypt says, seems like it's beginning. Those with utility, right, will remain. We've always said on the channel, utility will rule the day. More altcoins tossed overboard as banking deadline looms. Big cryptocurrencies exchanges continue to cut the number of altcoins they offer as they seek banking relationships. That's what I just read there. So that's interesting to see. And that's, that's a good thing, right? That is a good thing. We'll see what happens to Shiba Inu and SafeMoon. My understanding that both of them are looking to do some stuff. So we'll see. Shiba Inu is moving into the DeFi space. They got something called Shiba Swap, we'll see if it can make it in the space. Can it make it? It's going to be it's going to be difficult, but we will see. SafeMoon apparently is doing things with Gambia in terms of its currency. Did you guys hear about that? That's interesting. But here's the thing I'm most excited about. Portugal, you rock. Where are my Portugal fans? I know we got a couple of family here on the channel from Portugal. Portugal, you rock. Portugal begins approving cryptocurrency exchange. 2 licensed so far. Right? And it says in the heart of Lisbon, claims to be the first company, 100% Portuguese, to provide the service, purchase and sale of Bitcoin and other cryptos. I like it. Portugal now has 2 approved cryptocurrency exchanges. Yes, indeed, Portugal, friendly on the taxes. Now they're getting some exchange based out of Portugal as well. That is really, really, really good. What's this? Unstable coins. So this to me is really the big narrative. And I understand that these central bank digital currencies is the way for, not only the central banks, but the nations and the governments to remain relevant. And so, it seems like there's this push the CBDCs and to try to find a way to oust Bitcoin as the predominant crypto. Obviously, if there was another crypto that was the predominant one, they would be trying to oust that one as well. Referring to private cryptos as unstable coins, the ECB executive, European Central Bank executive, I believe, says digital euro will offer privacy protection and protect from such competing cryptos. Look at what China is doing right now. It's not good. And I think I have that as well. China is now putting out this kind of mandate. See if I can find it. Yep, here it is right here. China's central bank has ordered Ant Group and 4 state-owned banks to step up their clampdown on cryptos as Beijing intensifies its efforts to eradicate transactions involving Bitcoin and other digital currencies. China's central bank tells Alipay and banks to crack down on crypto. Right? This is what, and see, a lot of people think, oh man, Bitcoin's going down. But it doesn't say Bitcoin. It says Bitcoin and other cryptos. And for the life of me, I don't understand what people don't understand is we don't want a crackdown on Bitcoin. That's not great for the digital asset space. That is not great for the digital asset space. It says Bitcoin and other cryptos. What if it's the one that you hold? What is it the one that you think has this great technology? And they want to replace it with what? What is China and this ECB executive? What do they want to replace it with? They want to replace it with their thing. That's not great for the digital asset space as a whole. Right? The czar in Portugal is awesome. Is that right? So what's going on, Mr. Crypto? It's good to see you. Where's this thing at here? There it is there. The Crypto Caveman checked in. Russ Buck says, what's going on, Russ? Good to see you. Says, what's up? Closing on the sale of my house at the end of the week. Hopefully, it says it stays down until then. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I heard that. I missed that earlier. Good to see you. Zoran Zox is here. Hello, Siege. What's up with you, bro? Mark Spice, Michael Cummings. There was an article on Medium, Mark Splice, about what really happened with Titan Finance. So they're saying it was something with the economics of how it was set up that they didn't plan on. So remember that token that was supposed to be stable, 75% of it was only stable. Of the 25 was kind of linked to Titan. So that iron thing wasn't fully 100% stable, and so there was a flaw. There was something that could be manipulated, and that's exactly what happened. The thunder sound is in the building. Yeah, I heard that whole thing. I mean, I heard a guy saying that, but again, I'm not sure. I don't know how much Mark Cuban had in the platform. Mark Splice, I don't know how much he had there. But I did hear someone on YouTube saying that. It was interesting. Really, really happened. So it's hard to say what really happened there. But listen, guys, I don't know what China's trying to do. I do know that the narratives that they want to push out definitely kind of to swing the market. Definitely swinging the market. So I just heard some great TA from high altitude investing, very, very high on XRP long term, for sure, which is great. Very, very great. He did do a public video, so I can say that I am part of his VIP, but he did do a TA on that as well. It's just how long are we going to kind of go through this that we're in now is the question, and patience will certainly have to be the key. We'll see if the future, again, we were at 2.5 trillion in the market. A lot of portfolios are looking awesome and amazing. How much higher than the 2.5 trillion are we going to get? That's really the key. Is it 3 trillion? Is it 3.5 trillion? That ultimately is, going to really kind of determine a lot of things for us. And we're not there. We're at 1 point something trillion now, like 1.3 trillion, probably even less. So yeah, a lot of people, bought some more, added to the positions. I did look to add to XRP position and to our RSR position, but I did not. So I'm going to hold on to the dry powder for now and see how goes it. Friday is going to be interesting, or is it Sunday? What is the weekly close? Is it Friday or Sunday? I don't remember. So we'll see how that goes as well. What's going on, Mr. Crypto? Am I watching Jerome Powell? Heck to the no. Heck to the no. Mr. Crypto says, last night was horrific. I watched the top alts get raised. Oh, thank you. Miss Crypto C brings gifts. Thank you. Some of my favorites. My iced lemon pound cake from Starbucks is one of my favorites ever. If you want to get in good with the Crypto Siege. And is this a skinny caramel macchiato? No, skinny white mocha. This is a skinny white. Regular white mocha. It's a regular white mocha. I'm really getting spoiled. Really getting spoiled. Thank you, baby. I am really getting spoiled. Got the regular mocha and a lemon ice pound cake. And it's not Father's Day. And Father's Day already passed. Whoa. So, guys, listen. Little Miss Crypto C's just went off to work. And Miss Crypto C's took her, and now she brings some good stuff. So last night was horrific. I watched the top alts get raised by bots, slant algorithm buying and selling. I believe Elon was a test, and they now know they can manipulate this market. Yeah. Well, I believe they've certainly know that they can manipulate this market for a long time, and it is definitely happening for sure. It's definitely happening for sure. A My guy was saying that, the real money was definitely buying Bitcoin, definitely buying Bitcoin. So they're certainly buying, and it's just a matter of time before stuff gets moved to the alts. The challenge is, again, being beholden to the market, right? That's the challenge, being beholden to the market. It's tough. It's difficult for sure. But when Moon, how much money are you going to have allocated towards platforms that will pay you to provide liquidity and earn on a daily and a weekly basis? Is it 10 grand? Is it 50 grand? Is it 100 grand? What is it? What is it going to look like for you? We're talking people who've been in since 2016 and 2017 who have an established portfolio of assets, 5, 10, 20, 25 or more. If you got an established portfolio, what's your plan? Being what you've seen over the last 60 days, what's your plan? Are you merely going to just buy and hold again next bull run and be beholden next bull run to the market? I ask you. So, oh, by the way, guys, go check me out on Facebook. That would be awesome. I have a Facebook page. I don't share it much, but here it is. Wait a minute. You won't be able to see that. Let me share that. I would love for you guys to go like, follow over there. That would be really, really cool. Let me show it. Here it is there, Crypto Siege. You see it's the Crypto Siege, one word. The, well, it's not one word. The, and then Crypto Siege is one word. I'd love for you guys to go follow, like, or whatever there's those things you do on Facebook. That would be really, really cool. I appreciate it. Despite that mug there, I appreciate you guys following. That would be really, really, really cool. That's the question. Just watch. Wait a minute. What happened, Neil? What happened to your comment, my friend? Man, this thing is screaming. John is in the building. Good day, Siege, and everyone. Good day to you, my friend. I could have sworn I saw Neil F's comment. Am I losing my brain? I'm losing it. I think I'm losing it. Just Dots, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Oh, there it is right there. Neil F. I thought I missed you. That chat screamed through. Just watched High Altitude Investing's latest video. Gave me some confidence indeed. That's my guy. Dallin, that's my guy. Yep, gave me some confidence as well. Good to see you, Neil. I just responded to a comment. Neil is following us on Facebook. The Crypto Siege, one word, is Crypto Siege is one word on Facebook. If you guys could follow that, that would be absolutely amazing. Because I do upload on that page as well. Who says something about Shiba Inu? Oh, Kevin, here you are, Kevin. What's good with you, Kevin? Where are you checking in from, Kevin? Chapeta. Shiba Inu will be one of the first truly decentralized, autonomous, organized, stable tokens to run on the Polygon network. How about that? Backed by its community. Be ready to be a citizen of the future government. I'm prepared. I'm prepared for that. I told you guys, it's about network adoption. Do not sleep on network adoption. Technology can evolve. Projects can pivot based upon network adoption. It truly, truly can. Look at SafeMoon, what SafeMoon is doing. I'm telling you, projects can pivot. Technology can evolve. You got to check out the network adoption. Pay attention to the network adoption to see the potential. I bought both, my friend. XRP Lava, good to see you. Why did you choose high altitude investing instead of buying DIY's course? I did both, bro. I did both. DIY is a student, if you will, of high altitude investing, but I did both. Sometimes you have to say yes to you and say, I'm worthy. I'm deserving of investing in me and leveling up my game. You got to say yes to you. So yeah, I did both. What's going on, Coco Crypto? I love it when the ladies of crypto check in. It's good to see you. So again, if your assets cannot be leveraged, one might say that that's opportunity cost. In other words, if you can't earn some yield, if you can't provide liquidity with that asset, one might argue that that's opportunity cost. Isn't that right, Keyless? This is not your 2017-18 bull run. This is what Mickey B. Fresh and Patty XRP said on the stream the other day. I was like, yes, they must have been tuning in to the crypto siege. This is not the 2017, 2018 thing. It's not. Holding assets where you can provide liquidity and leverage those assets for decades. I make the argument that is the game. I make the argument that that is the new game. You know why I say that? You go to DeFiLlama.com, you see somewhere between 100 billion and 120 billion in total value locked in the DeFi space. XRP Joe, what's good, my dude? Good to see you. XRP Joe says, I will be a market maker. I will be a market maker. Do you understand what's going on? What do you guys see Flare Networks as being? Share in the chat. What do you see Flare Networks evolving to? They got a DeFi thing that we know of being built on it. They got Gala Games coming on there. What is Flare Networks about? What is it going to transform into? How valuable do you see the Spark token? I think it's easier to see the value in the YFIN token on Flare Finance because we're becoming familiar with DeFi, right? What is Flare Networks? Is Flare Networks building another lane? Are they creating their own lane? And what is that going to look like? John says, did you hear DeFi is coming to the Stellar Lumens network? Any F asset on Flare Finance from Flare Network. Right? Right now, I am for certain going to be buying Spark in the same manner that I bought XRP without question. Yeah. Because it just has a chance to be a monster. And I won't have to rely merely on the asset appreciation. Because it's a collateral. It's a leverageable, collaterable asset. Right? So it's not the value, it's how many of them you hold that gives you the most leverage. That's how I kind of see it. What do you guys see? Yeah, I think, yeah. XRP Joe says, does anyone agree with the supposed launch date of July 9th for Flare Network? I asked because that was her date of death and the snapshot was her birth date. Yeah, I don't know. What's going on, James Smith? Yeah. And what is their competition, Jay Korn? What is Flare Network? Are you talking Flare Network? What is the Flare Network competition? Did you leave out? What is the Oh, okay. What is the Flare Network competition? I don't know. I don't know what their competition is. I know what their hopes are. Their hopes are to bring the non-smart contract abled. It's great to bring them smart contract capabilities. And from there, all kinds of things can happen. Believe me when I tell you that Ripple is not sleeping on the Flare networks. I believe a good part of the federated side chains idea is about what Flare networks has discovered. I really do. I really, really, really do. So we'll see, guys. We shall soon see. China and what they got going on in that narrative is interesting. Flare Network, that's what I think too, XRP Joe. Flare Network's competition, in my opinion, has yet to arise. I agree. Because I think they carved out their own lane. And again, think about a DeFi thing, think about Gala games, and this other stuff that they're not even telling us yet that's going to be building on there. What is Flare Networks going to turn into? What is it going to transform and evolve into? I'm so very curious to see. I know it's going to be around that Spark token, though. I know that active participation in the Spark token is going to be a game changer. And you can create compounding, which is going to be an absolute game changer. Risk-free, another game changer. Another game changer, risk-free. Yeah, everybody's wondering that, Neil. It's going to be hard to say, but I do know this, that we can't forget. Everyone knows about delegating the votes to the FTO signal providers and delegating your Spark and getting more Spark for doing so, right? FTSO signal providers providing that. So we know that part, but we can't forget about the fact that Spark token will need to be locked up and used as collateral in order to mint the F assets. Can't forget about that. It's a fascinating ecosystem. It really, really is. And I do believe that, whatever percentage of those that are going to sell that because they just see it as free money will be buying in the next 30 to 60 days after they decide to sell. I really do. And I think the selling is just going to go down. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. Once they realize the money to be had. Right now, most people, they don't understand it. They don't understand the money to be had. They don't understand. And again, I liken Flare Networks to Curve and what Curve did in Compound and what Compound did. Carved out their own lane with their own unique monetary policy, their own unique ecosystem, and people came. They built it and people came. And today, what do I want? Did I lock it? Today, obviously, these last couple of days, the numbers are going to be down. But today, there's 94.5 billion TVL. 94.5 billion total value locked in the DeFi space. with those that I mentioned in the top 5. Aave, Curve, Compound. Yearn Finance is down to number 7. And again, I believe they built they carved out a lane. Whoever was first was first. Others joined, and together they created DeFi. And I believe that's what Flare Network is going to do. And I believe it has a great chance because of the communities that they chose. And we have an opportunity as an XRP community to drive adoption. We have an opportunity to drive adoption. Isn't it interesting that Gallon Games is on Flare? Don't you find that fascinating? Don't you find that fascinating? And I think other verticals, if you will, are going to come to Flare Networks. Other verticals. Texas Crypto said the revolution of money equals Flare. I love it. And the crazy thing, there are no miners, right? We are technically the miners, if you will. The reward system is going to go to participants in the Flare ecosystem. Unlike with Ethereum, those rewards inflationary rewards go to miners. Here, those inflationary quote unquote rewards go to the participants, the active participants. You got someone holding Spark, waiting for price appreciation on their Decent wallet, on their Ledger, or on their Bifrost wallet. And you got those of us like myself who are going to be delegating votes and then getting Spark and compounding that by delegating some more, participating in minting assets. Those rewards, 10 billion, those rewards go to us, the active participants. And I love the fact that you can delegate risk-free. You don't lose them. You don't lose them. You don't lose them. They're not at risk. You start to get into risk if you mint some assets, you go over to Flare Finance. And it's only risk if you don't understand the concept. If you understand the concept, long-term wins. The long-term mindset in DeFi wins on the good platform. First, you got to do the homework and do the due diligence and limit the risk and avoid rug pull companies and projects. But Flare Finance is coming, right? It's coming with the only challenge that it has is the potential missed bug. Right? No one's concerned about the rug pull. We got that out of the way, right? No one's concerned about that. The only risk is that what's the bug that they missed? What's the exploit? Is there one? How prepared are they? That's the risk, right? That's the risk. That is the risk. And look, the bad guys are not going to come for about $1 million. It's going to be in the 5 million-ish to 10 million-ish to 11 million-ish, right? They're not coming for $1 million, right? They're not working all together and figuring out the exploit for $1 million in total value locked, right? So just understand that as well. No, James Smith, I'm sorry to report, I do not believe Flare Networks will launch this month. I don't think it's going to happen this month. I believe the second week in July, somewhere between the 4th and the 15th is what I'm suspecting. And again, Flare Networks is just launching, and you're delegating votes and right, the minting of the F assets that won't be available for 8 weeks and after launch. So that's August. That's August. How does how is a market developed for price? How is it determined? It's going to be very intriguing to see. Very intriguing to see. And again, I think of Curve. I think of Curve that started out at 25 cents. Let's see. Started out at 25 cents and had an all-time high of $54. All-time high was 54, which is interesting. In August. Let me see some. Yeah, see. So it launched in August. Let's see. What did I say? $13. At all-time high. Yeah. I can't believe at one time that was 25 cents. So we'll see. So think of Curve, think of Compound, think of Yearn Finance, in my humble opinion. Perhaps even Uniswap. But again, I'm just thinking carving its own path, creating its own lane. And I think from the onset, I believe that the Spark token will have more utility behind it from inception than Curve or Compound or Yearn. I really do. And so you think of each of those platforms having 5 to 9 billion in total value locked. Now, there's no fees or anything, right? With Flare Networks, as far as I can tell. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of path is it going to go on. What is it going to evolve and become? I'm really, really excited about that. I really, really am. And if they got an ecosystem and mechanisms in place that reward hodling and participating versus hodling and selling, or it's a mechanism that's created to reward participating and what's the word I want to use? To the detriment of those who sell. Interesting concept. Very, very interesting concept for sure. So we shall see how that goes. I'm excited to see. XRP Joe says risk-free asset management of passive income is what is most compelling to me. What about you guys? Risk-free for the most part, right? I love that. And then you can compound it. If you know what you're doing, you can just compound it. Get some votes, delegate some votes, get some Spark, delegate some more. So you delegate some Spark to the signal providers. You're going to get more Spark that you can delegate again, and things that will amp up a little bit once you're able to mint the F assets as well. So that is just massively encouraging. And we get to participate. How blessed are we? Do we get to participate in this thing early? Get to participate early. Yes. Lots to do during the bear market. That is exactly right, XRP Joe. Lots to do. I can't wait to snatch stuff up at 60 to 95% discount. I can't wait to put the strategy into place where I'm 60, 70% snatching stuff up at a discount, but I'm saving 30, 40%. For dry powder. I'm putting that dry powder into platforms that's going to pay me to provide liquidity. Interesting deal for sure. And I'm doing that now, except for I'm doing 90 to 100% of the dry powder into platforms that pay to provide liquidity. So, all right, guys, listen, I hope this has been some value to you. The market is doing what the market does. Interesting thing. Next time, we won't be so beholden to the market and the ups and downs and ebbs and flows and what the institutions want to do. Next time we'll be better positioned. We'll have more working capital to put the work to earn us, fees and from transactions that are in the hundreds of millions a day. Hundreds of millions a day. 240 million transactions a day on Curve. And you're going to give me a percentage of that? What? You're going to give me a percentage of that? Yeah, a day, guys, a day. Just think about that. And so we'll see what Flare Finance is going to do. We'll see what they're going to do. But how cool is it to be able to go on the journey with them? Are you going to support them? Are you going to go on the journey with them? You're going to go on if they err, and I hope that they won't. If there's a bug, if there's an exploit, are you going to take a chance? Yearn Finance had $11 million exploit. Yearn Finance, $11 million exploit. Today, they have 4.26 billion in total value locked. Yearn, one of the OGs, $11 million exploit. Today, despite that, they have 4.2 billion in TVL. How do you think that happens? It's because of you and I. It's because of the community that stands by them. That's what we have in Flare Finance and Flare Networks. That's what we have the opportunity to do. Because you don't know if there's going to be an exploit. You just don't know. It's code. It's code. You don't know. Right? You really don't. You got to test Flare Finance. You got to tippy toe. You got to tippy toe first. Who knows? 90 days. Tippy toe. 100, 200, 500. Tippy toe. Because I guarantee you the bad guys are not coming for just $1 million in TVL. No. It's got to be in the 5, 10, 15 million before they do their thing. That's been my experience. Right? Very few are coming for less than 3 million in TVL. But just understand that's a possibility. You have to prepare accordingly. You don't want to be 100% on any platform. Right? You don't want to be 100% of your assets on any platform. Not even on the monster that's Celsius am I 100% of my assets. Right? So, but again, I want you guys to think about that. Yearn Finance as an example. Community got behind them. Major player in this space. Major. Yet they had $11 million exploit. And they got through it because of community. People who were there early and believed in them. And that's the chance that we have with Flare Networks and Flare Finance. Spark Token and YFin. That's the opportunity we have. We're blessed. I strongly encourage you to consider that when you're looking at free money and looking and seeking for the first exit onto an exchange. I hope you consider that Yearn Finance example. That's right. Minting. That's right. That's exactly right, XRP Joe. Think about this. LOL. We are going to be minting our own assets. That's what we're doing. You get that? It's powerful. Those F assets, powerful. Telling you, it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool thing. Market maker, liquidity provider. Give me some of those transaction fees. I want assets that are leverageable. Flare Finance is making assets leverageable. Flare Networks is making our assets leverageable, if that's such a word. And that's what we want. All right, guys, listen, I am going to wrap up this stream. I'm going to wrap up the stream like I do all of my streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.